All right. Good morning, my people. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us uh, once again. Today is July the 26th of 2021. Um, and my name is Mona Saga, and I'm here in Houston, Texas. And of course, I have my beautiful sisters with me who will be introducing themselves shortly. So, as usual, please share, get other people on board. You know that the devil is working. I think that with your phone, I don't know, something keeps blinking. I don't know. Are you hearing the sound or just me? Like the laptop making noise. Okay. Can you hear me, sisters? Yeah. All right. So yeah. So share. We're almost getting to our destination. We are looking for workers. It's time for you to do your own part. No longer is it okay for you to sit aside and say, "Oh, what anyone me I want." Those people are doing it over there. And by the way, we want to clarify that this is not an organization. And you are the indigenous peoples that we are talking about. So do not wait for anyone to give you authorization to open up a station. Or we are not collecting money. Yeah, okay. The other franchise you guys are, yeah. So this is not franchise. This is the indigenous peoples. Whatever you do, you're doing for your people. So get with the program, gather our people, teach them what is going on so that they are not pulling my sister, my brother every weekend to go and teach the same thing that have been taught over and over again. Begin to use Q-tips and remove any clog in your ears. Begin to ask God for wisdom, because speaking English fluently does not mean that you know what we're talking about. If you want us to explain it in Yoruba, my sister Augusta can speak to Yoruba fluently. If you want us to speak it in Igbo, my sister Ekwi is here. However, where we can get this knowledge across is what we are looking for. We don't want to waste time anymore running in circles. And I almost feel like some of us are just doing this on purpose, because when you are not intentional about what you want to achieve, you will continue to run a circle. So if you want to be part of what we're doing, begin now to go and look. Our brother Tony has so many video interviews that are out there saying the same thing over and over again. Poor guy, I don't even know how he still has a voice. And our people are just making it hard. Are you saying, reconstructing, deconstructing? They don't even hearing take down anymore. The simple English of take down the constitution so that the constituents can make constitution is not making sense to them anymore. Yet they went to Harvard, though. They went to Yale with our oil money. We come from that side. Nobody paid our school fees. As we're speaking right now, we are owing student loans for this education that we got. They use our money to train all of you guys, and all of a sudden, we don't understand what constitutional takedown is all about. Very scary. I don't want to insult anyone, but I'm telling you, the frustration is building up for our so-called educated elites to be running in circles while my people die. Enough is enough. Sisters, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Yes, our people, it's time. We told you that we are at the stage where the people, when I mean the people, every ethnic nationality has to start coming out and doing the needful. Come out and start spreading the messages. They are out there. We have a very fine brother of ours that is, putting this thing in pictures. He is drawing beautiful pictures that you can spread. He has gazillions of them explaining the Nina's approach. So don't sit by the sideline and waiting for somebody to bring the freedom for you. It is time for us to work. Everybody, pull up yourself. Don't wait for an instruction from somebody or from somewhere. Somebody telling you that one evil spirit told him of how to get your freedom. No, the time is now. It's you and I fighting for what we want. You are getting the freedom yourself. I'm not going to get the freedom for you. I'm getting my own freedom myself. So be part of this. Be part. The mother has left the train station. Join. Be part. Continue to share this message. That's so important that our people get to have direct access to the messages being said or done. It's so important. Share them in your WhatsApp, your Facebook. I see a lot of people that follow us on Facebook, but they don't share our messages. Share this. They're so important. The things are important. The stage we are right now is the mobilization period where everybody must be involved. You are not paying anybody. If you know what you know how to do best, use that as the means to get these messages across to our people. Please, 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 the time is now. Thank you all so much. My name is Dr. Augusta Nosike. So good to have you all here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And my name is Dr. Ekwi Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, my sisters. Will give us small food for thought before we proceed. Please, Africa is not made up of small kingdoms. They were big kingdoms, nations, and well-functioning systems. But the colonial masters came and cut them into bits and pieces just to justify their lies. So please, do not help promote their lies. It is time to tell our story by ourselves. And we want to tell it right. Please draw near so we can learn together and share, like my sisters have said. This message and other messages of freedom, of hope, this gospel of truth is for you to share. All the lies, we have to swallow it because truth will overcome lies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Ekwe. And for those of you that are getting it, we say thank you. For those of you that are still intentional trying to get this message across, we say thank you. We cannot thank you enough. But only you and you and you can fight for your freedom. Do not go and sit around pretending, you don't know what some random person is doing out there and you're busy clapping for them. That is the height of irresponsibility. We can no longer play that happy and way kind of thing, because we've been happy and weighing ourselves to all kinds of stuff. A lot of us are approaching retirement using happy and way. My dear, happy and way can only work for so long. It's not the right way. The Nina strategy is the right way. Go and learn it. Go and understand it. If you don't, for some reason that the reading is so voluminous, you cannot. That's what we're here for. We are constantly giving out our phone numbers. It's always on our page for you to call at any point in time. If you're not available, send a text. At some point, we will reply your text. We are not here. We are not unreachable because we are not the other people. You can't reach them when there's fire. If you want more knowledge, let us know. We are here to send that information. But we don't want itiboribo students. That's after we spend hours teaching, you will say the teaching went through your head. Because we can speak fluent Igbo, we can speak fluent Yoruba. If you know anyone that can speak, I don't know, Hindi TV Nasu, whatever they are speaking, please call them. We are willing to share this information. It doesn't belong to us. We are not trying to lord it over your head. We are not trying to hold on the information so we can use it and go somewhere and pump up our muzzle and tell you that we're in charge. We want every and each of us to be a responsible citizen fighting for their own freedom, because if we do not do this for our children and children to come, they will continue to die in the Mediterranean Sea. They will continue to clean toilets. Our grown men, lawyers and whatnot that have been trained will be going to London to clean a 16-year-old or 80-year-old butt for a living. And we're saying enough is enough. So our topic today is the mistake called Nigeria. The mistake. This is a nice topic. Mistake is a kind word. We have to come up with a better word for this country called Nigeria. Yeah, mistake.
That is abomination. Abomination called Nigeria.
That sounds better. The abomination called Nigeria. My dear, that sounds better. The abomination called Nigeria. Nigeria is and remains an insult to the intelligence of an average Nigerian. An entity that was never meant to exist. If any of us get brain, if they're still standing to left in us. If you ever have the unfortunate misfortune to listen to the full history of Nigeria, you will hear a shameful tale of woes. The Westerners, especially the Americans, cannot comprehend why any right-thinking person will still want to sustain a failed state called Nigeria, a land that continues to eat its own, a land where human beings are being slaughtered more than cow. every day on a daily basis. The effect of the quota system that enthralls mediocrity and produces English-speaking illiterates has now come to bite us. As leaders who lack the ability to think critically, God help me, we keep saying on this show that English language does not dispute your level of wisdom at all. So do not let their degrees, do not let their titles, do not let their fluency deceive you. So these leaders that lack the ability to think critically, they're all over our land. And they're making decisions on our behalf with their partners in crime, as well as those that are external and internal colonizers, helping to make sure that we continue to live in this hell called Nigeria. These leaders are complacent, they defer responsibilities, and worst of them all, they ignore all the glaring activities that are endangering the lives of those that they claim to rule. This set of people seem to know the problems of Nigeria, but for some reason or the other, they have refused to understand and embrace the only feasible and sustainable solution, which is a peaceful dismantling of the carcass of Nigeria. They are busy having meetings upon meetings while our people die. If one raises their voice to register their displeasure, they will call you, you're rude, you're this, you're that. Or even they will send their churches to come and intervene and advise you to pray. And if you're in the midst of praying, they can begin to point to you that it's your mother and your brother that is holding you hostage. Whereas it's the country called Nigeria that is making your life a living hell. And then, are we talking about the noisemakers and those playing an ending song to deter us from having a deeper dive into our current situation? While we are dying, we have the best musicians in the world. They are banging music in our head. And I can tell you, their music, you cannot, my goodness, it makes you want to move. But while we are dancing, our backyard is on fire. Wow. I weep for the indigenous nationalities trapped in the mistake called Nigeria. Should I say rather, the abomination called Nigeria. So join us today as we continue with our questions and answer session. We're doing this because we've been talking and talking and talking. I'm telling you, people are still having Zoom meeting, confused as hell as to what we are talking about. And these are educated people, very scary. If our so-called educated elite, if they don't understand what we're doing, or is the mama crayfish trying to feed 7 children with no husband, is she the one that is going to understand? The people that are opportune to do this work are busy playing games, speaking English, and they have access to Zoom, data, StreamYard. They have access to all of them. We are going to look to see why we need to persuade politicians to close shop. We have mentioned this before, but again, let's mention it again because, like I said, people are not getting it. They think we want to deconstruct, reconstruct, and just cross everything, cross Nigerian constitution, when the constituents have not been allowed to make their own constitution. And then we're also going to look to see why governors in our alliance territory are now able to protect their people through the activation of constitutional force majeure. So I'll allow my sisters to add on while I pull up some videos.
Yeah, thank you for that, Sister Muna. Yeah, we've been talking and talking, and we are hoping that we'll get more calls today so that we can answer questions that are pertinent to this struggle. And the reason why we want to be out there, telling our people why things should be done the way they are supposed to be done is because we are following a protocol. We are following a design that was meant and made for this struggle. As Sister Mona rightly said, they say we need to stop Appian weighing ourselves. We've been doing Appian way all along, and it has not even the Appian way takes longer time eventually because you have to go back to the table, which is the thing you would have done originally. So why not start with the original concept instead of doing Appian way, only for you to come back and start from the beginning? So we want people to call in, ask us your questions. No questions. We don't want rude questions. We don't want you attributing any nonsense to anybody. What we want is you trying to fight for your own freedom. And as I said earlier, the time is now. It's you. You are the one fighting for it, not me. I'm fighting for the one that I want. You fight for your own freedom. We have to fight this fight together. And that is why we need to be together to do this. And as Star also said about the governors, we always go back to the Constitution, because no matter what, that is the core problem. That is the root of our problem, is the root cause of our problem. If we do not take down the Constitution, then we are just, we are just rigmaroling, as far as I'm concerned. Taking down the Constitution is so important, because these governors, they know that there's a part of the Constitution that protects them. The section 6, subsection 6C protects them, gives them immunity to do whatever they want to do. And we are telling them that we have done the constitutional force majeure that should allow you to start protecting your people, to start talking about your people, to start protecting the indigenous peoples, to start protecting the locality that you are supposed to head. The constitutional force majeure allows you to do that, because we said, you know what, Nigeria is already in dispute. So those governors that are banking on the fact that the Constitution protects them, when the time comes, you shall give us answers.
Mm-hmm.
You shall give us answers. For those governors, that little thing would happen in Imo State, and they will go to Abuja and gather army to come and start killing our people. You know that these armies they are gathering, they don't know who is who. They don't know who is who. If you know how to go and get those people you are really targeting, go after those directly. But these armies, they will come in and they will start killing young men. If we finish killing our young men, which of them, where will we get young men that will fight for our cause? So, and these governors, they know that the Constitution protects them. They know that. They also know that they can, impoverish the people the way Uzodimma of Imo State has done. It hasn't paid pension for a very long time. When we had the other one that was overthrown, the Onoku, I will call him Onoku because he didn't fight. He should have fought. He was there for 7 months. He cleaned up Imo State. He really did a good job. I mean, I was surprised for the first time a governor cleaning up Imo State, only for them to come through the backyard and brought a number 4 to be a number 1. You did not fight. You did not raise hell. You did not tell your people that were supporting you to support you. Oh, of course, it's the caliphate. You have to bow to the caliphate. And you bow to the caliphate. So as far as I'm concerned, you are also an ET. You should have fought for your people. They brought in Opus Odima that is a willing tool of the caliphate. And guess what? It has impoverished the people. My sister-in-law hasn't been paid her pension for quite a long time now. And a lot of people, I'm just using her because at least that one, I know that one for sure. No, teacher salaries have not been paid. Those that are supposed to be in school, life has deteriorated. We're even talking about Okora Sadis Oduma is worse from what I've heard. Life has deteriorated. All because that constitution protects him, moved him from number 4th position to come and head Imo State. So that is what we are saying. That's why everybody pull up your bootstrap, start walking from your own corner, ask questions. If you know what to do, share these flyers that we've been sharing. Those flyers, they are even self-explanatory. All you need to do is to read what the flyers is saying. You can use it to explain to your local people, your meetings, those of you that attend meetings. You can take such flyers and share it among your meeting folks. Because they'll start asking you questions. Hey, what do we need to do? I remember sending it to someone and the person said, okay, how do I join? What do I do? And I'm trying to find out what is his specialty so we can use him effectively. So it's high time we all stood up for what is right. Thank you so much. Stay with. Hello?
Thank you, Sister Augusta. Thank you for that summary, because we've been talking to our people and telling them what needs to be done. And like we'll keep saying, this job is for all of us. It's not Tony's assignment. It's not just for Daughters of Truth. We tell you that what we do here is to inform you, to tell you what has been done so that you understand it better. But we're not doing it just for informing you like that. There's a reason. The target is so that you will know the part you need to play as a citizen. of these proposed nations. Nothing, no name is in concrete paper yet, but the system is what we're talking about. Has Nigeria worked for you? Has Nigeria worked for anyone? Is it working for you? And we're telling you things can be better. Things can be better. You can make this easy. And you know what? Your enemy is understanding it. We heard the news. Are you ready with someone? If you're ready with the video, we'll play.
No, go ahead.
Okay. We heard the news that broke forth. We saw CNN. For the longest time, CNN will not carry our news.
Yep. Ndori.
Because it was a media conspiracy against our freedom, against what we're doing. They would rather want us to do some things, get to war, we'll get killed, and that's it. This is the first time Black people are coming up with things that you use your brain to do, not just throwing tantrums and being killed. And we told you people here that if you do things the right way, you will get the right results. But if you decide to play into the hands of your enemy, some people will say, sorry, will be your case. There are ways these things are done. The beauty of the report that CNN gave is that they mention like Yorubas, not just the Southeast, want to exit Nigeria. That's the story. We want to exit the union. There's a dead union. There's a union that is not helping anyone. A union that has held us down for years. A union that has destroyed our destiny. A union that has not done anything good for any Nigerian, because Nigerians are the victim of that contraption called Nigeria. It's a union of death. And what do we want? We want exit. That's all. It is not secession. It is not any of those lies, because each time we say something, they want to turn it around and lie about it. It is not war. It is not secession. We want exit, just like they have in Western worlds.
In Czechoslovakia.
You know that these Almajiris are that are just being stupid. Now they're trying to make it an Igbo affair. We are saying that we are not succeeding. Why would we succeed when the land belongs to? We are the original owners of the land, and you're telling them that we want to succeed and move out of the land. Does it make sense? What we've been asking for is self-determination. So we have all these people trying to come and say, okay, for those that want Biafra can now go. They know that if they do it that way, it will be like it's an Igbo affair. Igbo people can, the guy was even talking about Biafra. Now he's talking about South. He's specifically saying Southeast should go. And I'm like, exactly, that's the 5 eastern states, quote. So he's not saying that 5 east should go, that they will conduct a referendum. I'm like, how did we mix up with this kind of animals? But the one that was for us, for crying out loud, how did we mix up with how?
What is going on now in our land is the same thing that happened in Czechoslovakia. I was watching the video profile yesterday, and how they watch the issue between the Croatian and the Bosnian and all these people. They didn't like themselves. They saw things brewing. They saw things happening. They saw all of this until the media started showing dead bodies, because they were killing everybody. Mothers and children, they go in their kitchen, shoot aunties and their nieces, shoot everybody. And they were showing this all of a sudden. You know how the Westerners like to play Jesus Christ of Nazareth?
Yeah.
Wow, how you wing, I landed to save the day again. But they saw all these things. It didn't happen overnight. They heard the killing. They heard all of these things. These people are not meant to be together. Instead of them to go in then to divide, they kept playing, using blind eye onto those good journalists, those good men and women that actually, some of them were killed. The journalists that were reporting the war, or the genocide. They were all in there when all these things was happening, until they saw a bunch of dead white bodies all over the place. White, you can't kill white people like this. They are better than, the Black people are the ones that's supposed to die like animals. So when they saw all these white bodies everywhere, they landed with their plane and did all this fancy stuff. And you wonder, what group of people are in charge in this world? That when you see even what a mother with no education can see that the daughter and the son is fighting, she will immediately say, that's not how it's done. What is going on? Let's fix this. These people will intentionally watch because they are making money off of the misery of other people. When people are dying, they are selling warplane. We're saying this. So what everybody, the journalist was saying, one of the things that got the whole world to react is that when they started showing the picture, because what they did was gather all the men and lock them up in a camp, just like they did to the Jewish people during the whatever war that was. So when people saw the bones of white people looking like, the same white people you will see in America now, they have all bones showing, it triggered the memory of what happened during the
Holocaust.
Holocaust.
And then they landed with their plane to come and save the day. And we're saying we are not that stupid anymore because we know the games you guys are playing. We know where you guys are coming from. It's not it's a no-brainer. There is no reason why we have to do. We have died enough. We have died. If you gather the amount of people that are killed on daily basis in our land, it's nothing compared to what was killed in Croatia and Bosnia and all that stuff. If they're not killing them with a gun, they are killing them with a machete. The road is killing them. By the time you get to the hospital, you will die of appendicitis. Everything is, and we're talking about the food that the foreigners are bringing to our land. Everything is a death trap. And they are watching us. So sad. Go ahead.
And which is why we told our people that it's not by reacting, by being emotional and sentimentally reacting. We need to study what is going on and understand why this solution is the right solution. Why Ninas is the most feasible and sustainable approach to this problem. Some people are killing you. It happened in Biafra genocide, Biafra war. They were killing us. We reacted just to protect ourselves. What did they do? They gathered themselves, told a lie against us, covered, and they will not allow media to carry it, and killed us. Till today, they're still covering it. It's only now that CNN is for the first time mentioning Biafra in their mouth.
Hi,
over 50 years. Now, but what we're telling our people is that it's not just about mentioning Biafra. That's not what we are looking for. We want a complete freedom. Economic freedom, political freedom, religious freedom, any type of freedom. We don't want any strings attached. Because if you do it in hurry, and just emotion, they will just give you something that you didn't ask for. Like what the Fulanis are trying to do. You see them trying to make it Igbo affair, saying that Southeast should go, saying that they need to do a referendum for Southeast. You see what is going on? It is that their mediocrity producing quota system of education that is exposing them. Because they don't understand what is going on. The proposal of Ninas is too complicated for their brain. The one they understand is the war, the violence, which is what Nnamdi Kanu is preaching. So what Nnamdi Kanu is speaking the language they understand. And we have been telling Nnamdi Kanu there is a higher platform above violence and war. It is meant for those that can think critically. And we have told him time without number that that's where we, the people, want to be. He should not drag us to war, to the level of the Fulanis, to the level of our enemy. Don't expose us there. That's not where we're going. We have said on this platform severally that in the scheme of things, these type of things, you sit on the table, you position yourself, and then you negotiate. Then you talk. You say, this is what I'm bringing to the table. Then they will understand what you're bringing to the table, and then you have a deal. That is why CNN is coming in, because they now understand that there's global terrorism. There is global Islamization. They understand the bigger picture. And that thing, America is in the middle of the risk. America is the national security for the Americans. That is why they're bringing in their media a little bit. If not, they will not listen to you. This issue of come and help us, you and come and help us. That is not how things are done in international level.
If they didn't help the same white people, they think they're going to come help you? They allowed
Exactly.
them to be killed in millions before they flew in with their Jesus wing to come and save the day.
So it's about self-preservation. Every nation wants to preserve their people, paint the picture of how they're involved in the crisis,
Sister,
how the
we have a
crisis
call.
will affect them. Oh, okay, go ahead, please.
Please call out your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Reverend Emma Ozodema Ifediora.
Welcome, Reverend. Go ahead.
I'm Anglican priest. Yes, let me start by thanking all three of you for the great work you are doing.
Thank you.
Yes, my sister, they say, I've given you people the name of the three musketeers because you united to fight our battle. Three of you.
We have no choice. We are meant for this.
Yes. And let me chip in the topic. Let me sample example of the Israelis. Down in before 1948, Ben Gurion gathered his brethren. Say, come, the time has come for us to unite to fight a common enemy, to have a homeland. They came together, but his junior brother, the junior brother of Ben Gurion, revolted and decided to go on destroying and killing and bombing the British facilities. He called him, he didn't want to listen. He allowed him to continue. And by the time he was arrested, sentenced, he didn't show up. So what we have to do is to do the same thing the Israelis did by gathering our people, the people that have sympathy to our cause. Quietly, because so many of them do not know what is going on. We brief them, say, see. We needed to be united. By the time we do the same thing, you see, by the time they came on United Nations voted vehemently to give them independence on 14th of May 1948. And that is how Israel stands here today. The same thing South Sudan. The same thing South Africa. In the case of South Africa, Nigeria fought to liberate South Africa. So we have to sit down and call in meeting of timber and caliber in business, in Christendom, pastors, bishops, and get them, informed that see what is going on, and we needed your help. By the time we finish and bring one or two persons to represent us, my sister, it will yield a great dividend. And at the background, there are some informations that I give my sister that if we are able to do this and do this and do this, it will yield, there's certain informations I will not divulge on air. So at the background, we're going to do it together. And you see, your efforts, which have been following every now and then, will yield dividend.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for that. What we know for sure is that he's definitely right that our people are not aware because they have chased us out of our land. A lot of us are running helter skelter, trying to make it here in Obodo Yibo. You're also some sponsoring those at home. It's like life is chasing you around. you're, trying to survive. You're not thriving. But if you go from here, you go from there. You're in school. You're having kids. You're doing this. You're trying to build a house in the village. You're trying to sponsor your brother to go. It's like they have set fire on us so that we don't even have time to sit and have a deeper dive into what's going on. And we understand the strategy. And that's what we're telling our people. Who's goes in? Enough. Don't be running around anymore. Stop doing until we get our freedom. My people trying to go to Mediterranean Sea and die or whatever they need to go, tell them it's enough. You need a quiet time to see how you can actually achieve through freedom. Because if you achieve this, you wouldn't have to sponsor your whole village anymore. You wouldn't have to, it will not be on your head anymore. So we are calling our people, especially those in diaspora that do have data to listen to information, begin to understand this and reach out to your family one by one to explain to them like, hey, this is what is being done, so that in other words, we all can get our freedom and everybody should go and take care of their own business. So we thank you, my brother.
Yeah, let me add, Reverend Ifediora, thank you so much for your contribution. And this work, like you said, is for all of us. Those bishops, those pastors, because these people are in charge of the congregation of our people. One word from them, we go a long way. And like we said, we are in the phase of mobilization. This whole assignment, 95%, we have explained it to us, that 5% is mobilization, which is where we are. And that's why the people's power, we activated the people's power. We are still within the 120 days of the people's power. Who are the people? The market people, the church people, villages, clans, all of you listening to us. And we say we talk to leaders. You are a leader of market group. We need you here because you need to understand it and go and explain to your members. Are you a leader of a professional group? We want you to understand. Are you a leader of any church? Please understand what we're saying, because there is ethno-religious genocide. It is already going on. The people in America understand this, and they understand how it's going to affect them. That is why they are involved. In the days ahead, you're going to hear more things. We told you that they've created a special desk for this issue. Who is making it happen? Ninas and LNC. Because if you don't go and sit down and explain to stakeholders what is going on, they will misunderstand it, and your enemy will go ahead of you to say what is not. That is why we are saying, join us in this project. Stop exposing yourself to danger. We also plead with our people that are burning our children in Igbo land. You have become Boko Haram. That's who you are. These children are victims of Nigeria.
They are. They are.
We told you that Nigeria is a mistake. Nigeria is an abomination. You allowing Nigeria to exist is why you're seeing children that are stealing your phones and platforms and laptops. If those children were working, do you think they will be stealing your phone?
No.
If those children were fed, do you think they will steal your bread? You burning our children, I'm calling on you now. Stop what you're doing. You are creating a jungle in Igbo. Freedom fighters are killing from one side. Military people are killing from one side. You are killing from another side. Are you that callous?
You are not killing the Fulanis that are raping our women and children and that actually made life worse. But you are burning somebody, and the way they do it, and they're taking pictures while the person is in.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. What is different between you and Boko Haram?
Boko Haram
that is cutting hands and cutting legs. And the thing about this thing is that you are exposing these videos to the world. We are here talking to the world, saying that we need justice, telling the world that we are being killed, that they are killing us. You are uploading videos of where you're burning human beings.
Your own brothers.
Is that human rights?
Your own brothers. Jungle justice.
We are speaking for you. We are speaking on your behalf that you need to be free. You are from your villages, uploading videos showing where you are burning human beings. Are you people all right? We are here in US fighting for your freedom, speaking to all the people that we need to speak to, that please, these people that are killing them, they need freedom, we need better life, we need this. You're burning houses, you're burning policemen, you're cutting the head, you are doing this and doing that. What is wrong with you? You know where I'm likening this to? In book of Numbers, when God called Moses and gave Moses the formula to free the people. Korah, his 3 partners, and 250 other people. They are Levites, so they turned against God, said they have their own style. You know what God did? The earth opened up and swallowed them up. All of you that we are warning, we say, stop killing our people. If you want to kill, go and look for the enemy and kill the enemy. You will not listen. The earth will swallow you.
Amen.
The earth will swallow you.
Amen.
The earth will swallow you.
Amen.
You might not see the physical earth open up, but you will see how it will happen. And we will share your story, your video here, how you got swallowed up, because you're not listening.
Wow. It's heartbreaking, my sisters. So sad. So sad that we leave the politicians, we leave those that are causing all this mayhem in our land, that left us in abject poverty, and we're busy killing our people for cell phone. By the way, if any of you see anyone that's to call me, I will pay for it. Our number is out there. Call me, I will pay for your phone. Do not burn my brothers and sisters because they stole your phone or they stole your plantain or they carry your goat. Call me, I will replace it for you. You have the number. Enough. It's crazy.
We told them, we say, beat them up. Even get knife, mark on their forehead, write it thief. Do whatever you want to do, but please do not burn them, because we are coming with freedom. We are coming for them. If we find out that eventually they are really criminals, we'll put them in a prison where they will be rehabilitated. It's not the first time we are having people that steal in all over the world. In America, they have people that steal. In America, they have criminals, but they get them, put them in a center where you find out what is going on. Can you rehabilitate this one? And if you find out at the end of justice, because it's about process. Because when you do jungle justice, you do not check what is going on. You don't even know what is true. You don't know, you are hasty in your reaction. This is how a friend lost her brother because they said he's a maker. They came in and carried her brother that is called a maker. They have finished killing him because they realized that he wasn't that a maker. He's another a maker. Because you're hasty in your reaction. Only a foolish man shows hasty reaction in public. We told people we're not doing this anymore. Go ahead, please, my sister.
They will not show the hastiness with Fulani herdsmen. If they caught Fulani herdsmen, they will now go take them to the police. But will now release the Fulani herdsmen the next morning.
It's unbelievable.
So the boy that stole a cup of gari, you will burn him alive. Meanwhile, that gari, he just wants to eat it to sustain himself for a while. Who taught them to be so barbaric like this?
And we tell them it's not our culture. In our culture,
yeah.
Oh, here I go. In our culture, if you find somebody in your house taking food, my culture is that person is hungry, you should feed him. Before you find out, some of them, you need to get a job for them. Some of them, you people that are into business, need to employ them and give them and train them on a trade or skill or something. Some of them are fatherless. Some of them are orphans. Some of them, so many things. Product of this Nigeria that you people are allowing. And we are here telling you that we need to dissolve Nigeria. We need to dismantle the constitution. But you allow the politicians to go. The politicians that are stealing all the big money, you will not talk to them. The Fulanis that clean our people, you will leave them all. Then you will go and capture the only son of a widow because he stole your phone. We are not saying you should not do anything, no, but what did you do? You put tie on their neck and burn them.
Sophia,
not the video for me.
My sister is too much to even bear. It's sad. All right, I'm gonna play this video.
It's not the demand of 3 or 4 people who are drunk or who are looking for some kind of accommodation in the system. That the demand is coming from the populace, the nationalities that signed up to that proclamation of December 16, 2020. So it is for like it's written on the link itself. It says petition
for referendum. Petition simply means prayer. Petition simply means request. Petition simply means some kind of a demand. You are asking somebody to please do something, to look into something and do specific thing about it. That's what petition is all about. So it's not the referendum itself. The referendum will come only when the situation has been created for how that will now have to be resolved. For instance, we say that we will not tolerate any further elections in our various spaces. If we do the needful and shut down the parties from carrying on with the preparation for election inside the third quarter, we're already in the last month of the second quarter. We lost according to the program we had, all this should have been done by last year. But COVID-19 took most of last year, in fact, all of last year. We lost all of last year to COVID-19 disruptions. And so we have had to, aggregate and consolidate things we should have done last year with some of the things listed for later day, like this year. So they're all together now, and we are coming to the point where those things that will enforce the will of the people in terms of them not wanting or not willing to go to any further elections under this constitution will happen, and therefore there will be a constitutional logjam. It is in that constitutional logjam that the necessity for transitioning will become unavoidable, will become inevitable. And it is in that transition that they will be doing the two steps of what must be done to move towards anything. First step being the regions, the blocks, the constituent components of Nigeria in the formations shown in the NINA's map, which we know you are all familiar with by now. I'm just making it out from my. I'm sure we all recall this map very clearly, in which we are saying that this alliance, the one in white, and the Sharia belts there, all of us in these three blocks, the Yoruba, the Lower Niger, and the Middle Belt, the three blocks you see right here, are the ones saying we will not go to another election under that constitution, and we're going to get the political party. We're going to persuade the political parties, and I want you to underline the word persuade. We're going to persuade the political parties. And there are many ways of persuading people to do what you want them to do. We're going to persuade the political parties to close shop for now until we have discussed the terms of the union. So that's what the petition is all about.
All right, thank you guys so much. Remember that we are still taking calls. We have posted our number on the screen. So the +1774 3380942. We also posted on the comment. I'll pin it on the comment section as well, because I know some people, for some reason, they are not seeing this number. So continue to call us as we go. We are here today to answer your questions. Some of these things that we are showing is in support to what has been discussed in the past. So, but otherwise, you are allowed to call. You don't have to wait till the show ends. It's ongoing. We get a call, we sort of round up what we're saying, and then we take the call. So today is questions and answers. So do not forget, that's what we're doing here today. We need to get people to understand this. We are the one holding ourselves hostage. Nobody's holding you. I gave a very good example last week about a door that is just closed, and you tell yourself it's shut, and you're going back and forth. All you needed to do is just push that door, and you see that it's open, and you can go and get all the stuff that you need. So what we are doing now is those people that are walking in front of a closed door thinking it's locked. It's not locked. So get with the program, people. Get with the program. If you get with the program, before you know it, it's over with. Go ahead, sisters.
Yes, please get with the program. This is how we are explaining these things to you. Call us. We can see people that are subscribing. Thank you so much for your subscription. We appreciate you. That's part of your job that you're doing. We appreciate that you are encouraged to do it. Share, send the message out to people. It's working, people. This thing is working. You can see how desperate and distressed the northerners are, the Fulanis. They will make a lot of mistakes in the days ahead. Don't be surprised. They will say all sorts of things. You see the one that they did, is it press conference that they did? That foolish man that was talking that you were referring to.
So many foolish men, my dear. Which one?
The one that said they did from the northern and saying that they will give in the referendum. They will. I'm like,
the Northern Elder Forum, something like that.
Something like that. That man, you could see the mediocrity of quota system coming out because they don't understand. You know, this man, this Yadudu man that calls himself a lawyer, but he's quota system lawyer. He has been teaching them for over how many years, telling them they can do this and do this and do that. So they don't even understand what we are saying. And you can see them coming out and they're very distressed. They are all desperate, like getting done. What can we do fast? What can we do fast? But the good thing is that they have agreed with us that this business, that National Assembly has no business and has no mandate with it. I say, good, your brain is coming up.
Don't give them any credit because there's no difference between moo and cow.
No,
drinking milk, moo all over the place. So you're looking at moo. That's all you're looking at. There's no way to.
I'm not giving them credit.
Yeah,
they're just saying okay because there's nothing they can do at this point in time. They must come to where we are.
Yep.
But we can see them raising hand. Buhari say, I don't support restructuring. Say, okay.
We're talking about restructuring with Buhari.
Who is talking about restructuring? We're not talking about restructuring.
Buhari needs brain transplant. That's what he needs, not face. Brain transplant.
No, he needs to go and go to the other side fast.
So you see them under serious pressure, thinking of what they can do because we have outsmarted them. This Ninas, this alliance, they didn't see it coming.
They didn't see it coming.
The international imperative, they did not see it coming because you know for years they've been using our money to bribe Washington.
Everywhere. Bribe everybody.
Rob everyone. You understand? So, and that's what we're telling our people that for 21 years, Ninas worked underground. LNC, they worked underground. Because if you tell your enemy, I'm coming to destroy you, this is my plan. That means you're giving, what are you doing?
Namdi.
That's Namchi. He's tired.
Oh, Namchi. Which one is Namchi?
No, Namchi. He's the father of all the cheese in the forest. In the forest. So, we said, we are coming to kill you. We are coming. Stop all those childish stuff.
It will tell them that they are in Olo and they'll go and kill our people in Olo. They are in Owerri. They'll go and kill our people in Owerri. Then in a minute, they'll go and...
It's so terrible.
It's as filled up anyway.
Yes, so. And you see our youths, you see some of them when they're confessing, they're just innocent children in school, secondary schools and underground and all that. They will just carry them, tell them they're going to a camp. They will do whatever, all those stuff of nonsense. Give them some juju, say this is what you need to protect yourself. And the person, you've not asked yourself, we contributed money for this guy, 21 million every month. From Biafra land.
Yes.
And 10,000 from US every month. We're not talking about Malaysia, Asia, all these other places. What did you do with this money? Where is the thing you put in place with this money? You will not go
I know where it is. So it's at Ritz-Carlton, okay? All over the place. You know, like one bedroom is 1,000 plus a night, you know. I have to take care, they have to take care of business. Anyway,
it's so sad.
It's so sad. So we have a PowerPoint up that says, even though it says young people of Nigeria beware, it's every person that belongs to that Nigeria beware. Beware of the politicians, beware of the pastors, beware of the lawyers, beware of the so-called influencers and celebrities, because as we are suffering, they will play the biggest song, better than Michael Jackson's song. And you're there dancing, you know, we know how to move our body and shake our body. The house is still on fire. So beware of all of them. Don't let them use their surgical changes and whatever they are doing and all this thought to deceive you. At the end of the day, they are making money for themselves. If you begin to follow them, the Fulanis will be waiting for you. Somebody tweeted the other day, please come and help us. The Fulanis are raping our students on some road somewhere. I don't know where it is. Please, that they need help. You know, the girls can't even come outside anymore. So while you're dancing and lying to yourself, because you can easily upload those music online, your house is still on fire. And we're saying key into what we are doing, key into the program. Because of gain for self, they want to deviate from the right path. They know what is the right path. It has been shared with them one-on-one. They have seen channel news. They have seen it on Rise News. They have seen it everywhere. They have seen it in the newspaper. If you're waiting for them to come and say, oh, I understand what is being done now, they are here paying for their mortgages. Actually, they're already paying for their houses. And we know the right path to decommissioning the illegitimate 1999 constitution. This information also has been shared with them. So it says here to halt general election in 2023. That means close shop, like now, not tomorrow. Not they are not boycott. My brother keep it. It's not boycott. It's not like you shouldn't even take off. And then when he talked about having a time-bound transitional government, so as to that would allow us now to have a regional referendums by the ethnic nationalities, so as to decide either we want to recommit or exit this union. And at the end, either have new Nigeria or no Nigeria. We know what the options are. As far as I'm concerned, this is your husband you never want anything to do with. Even if your parents are dead, you go and get the bride price money and hand it back. Double. Say it's enough. We don't want to do anymore. So these informations are out there. If you go to LNC Lower Niger Congress Facebook, is there. If you go to LNC website, is there. If you go to Freedom from Nigeria, is there. If you go to ninasffn.org, is there. These are so many platforms that we have made available for you to get the information. There's some people will come and look at it, and then they will call my sister on the show and say, are we deconstructing and reconstructing the constitution?
So they are being disingenuous. They know the truth. And like the lady I was speaking to the last time was saying that what else she wanted to talk about Ninas. Oh my God. I said, don't even go near, because she had a platform. She was explaining to them that Ninas, they like doing shakara. They want it to be their way and only way. I said, okay, what way do you have? Tell me the way that you have. If you have another way, now tell me, say, Nigeria has to remain one. How? You are where you are. You are not doing anything where you are. As far as I'm concerned, and makes more sense than the country where you actually are. And she was trying to compare the country's constitution, like Britain wrote the constitution and they continued with it. And I explained, the British constitution to their fellow white people had a human face. The one that was given to Nigeria, or the one that Nigeria brought from God knows where, does not have a human face. So how do you compare apples and oranges? And we're telling you the best way to pull down that 1999, pull down the 1999 constitution first. And you'll see whether the ethnic nationality will not know what to do with their lives from then. You know? So these people, they're either being paid by the government of Nigeria to distort what we are doing. They want to continue to poke holes into what is being done. But guess what? They came late. They came very, very late. Because you cannot tell a Yoruba man now to join Nigeria. He wants to pull out. And it's because of the alliance territory, the alliance that's already been created. It's because of the alliance that the Southwest, the Southeast, the South-South, the Middle Belt, the Midwest, we've come together and said, you know what, enough is enough. So those that are trying to twist it and saying we are trying to succeed while we're talking about self-determination, just go back, pick a dictionary or Google. Google will be your friend. Try and get the 2 minutes and decipher from there. And stop writing rubbish or talking rubbish about something you know next to nothing about.
If not for anything, one of the things that President Trump did for us was to alert everyone that the news they're all fake media. Fake. And we know that CNN is the chief fake leading information that is out there. We know what they're all about. So anyone listening to CNN news, you have yourself to blame. They will be teaching you how to live the other kind of lifestyle and do all kinds of stuff and do this thing. They will never tell you information that will benefit you. It's all about CNN and what they can gain for themselves. And by now we know it. Learning CNN, they don't know how to about Biafra. Can you imagine what an insult? What an insult. All right, somebody called. I think I was trying to answer and I hung up on them. All right, so we have a brother, patron Steph. That's another thing. Let's use our real name on these things, man. I know Facebook is not that kind, but it makes life a little easier so that you know if you're actually speaking to your brother or somebody from Czechoslovakia. I don't know. So he says, I think this method of meeting these people on a closed door or in Nicodemus to Jesus by night style should be made open to the people they represent, so we can either make a show in support of Nina's LNC move. What do I mean? The people need to be aware, and the people need to be aware of, and the day LNC wants to meet them so that they can get a feedback as well as raise our opinion either through media or any approvable approach by Nina's.
What's he talking about? Meet who?
So exactly. So that's why don't you, brother? Why don't you just log in? I have the link in there. You can log in on call and sort of, expatiate on what you're talking about here. So maybe you were rushing and it didn't quite make sense to me. So
he should realize that all these politicians have been met individually. He should know that. All these, even all the freedom fighters, the Asari Dokubos of this world, what's the other guy's name? The one that has de facto government, and even this Ekperima, they've all been met individually, giving lectures.
42 of them.
42 ahead. But even Emeka Mekisiri,
yes, they're all aware.
The ones that are lawyers and lawyering up and down,
yeah,
they have been met individually.
They're looking for what they will gain.
Exactly.
Yes. One specifically said, I want to be recognized. I say, recognized for what? Now, what did you do that you want to be recognized? There's work to be done. Everybody is coming in to do the work. There's no recognition yet. We don't have our nation. It's our nation we want to be recognized. That's what we're doing. Like Reverend called. He said, Israel, to create the state of Israel in 1948, they battled for it. It's recognition, to recognize Israel as a state. So what we are doing is the recognition we are seeking, all of us. So don't look for your own individual recognition. We are looking for recognition of our nation, or nations, federations, confederation, anything you call it is semantics. We want to be given, like not be given, like we are working on self-determination. We want to exit Nigeria, and we want the world to recognize it. And the world is recognizing it. The only person not getting it is you, our people. You're not understanding your role in this. Please go ahead.
No, they want to be given titles of coordinator and that's the question. Who cares? For information, that thing does not pay. You don't get paid for that. You only collect money for your supremo. So not even think about that. But the truth about it is that these politicians have been told in very, very close quarters. They've been spoken to individually, like one-on-one, not even in a gathering. They've been, they've been met in their homes or wherever to give them the details. They all have these templates. All of them. They have access to the template. They know the truth. But it's just that, people being the people that we are, we just want to make so much noise, unnecessary noise that is not needed. So they've been told. So your own work will be to continue to get these messages out there. Get it to your communities. Get it to your villages. Get it to every place that you know they would listen. Get these messages out there so that they can continue to pressurize those governors or those politicians that they needed to close shop like right now, not in 2023. The shops need to close like today. Tell them to close shop so that they want to know that we are, we know what we are doing. We want freedom. This thing just has to stop. We want freedom. Not where Buhari would want, just for him to have medical checkup, he has to go to London. What about those that don't have access to London? Or those that don't even have access to ordinary fencing?
I remember he will pack his flight there for 90 days.
For 90 days.
And pay them for
demurrage on the expense of the owners of the land. Wow. And this guy has told you he's not even a Nigerian. He said his cousins are from Niger Republic.
I
That's
cannot blame them though. For so many years, we kept quiet, trying to survive, run out of our land, thinking that some guy from Harvard and Yale is there representing us. We didn't know they were representing their pockets. So, what we know that the imposed 1999 Constitution is a forgery that holds us hostage to underdevelopment and corruption. The life of this forged 1999 Constitution is renewed every 4 years. That's why it's important that we do what? Close shop. Nigeria, therefore, cannot have national elections in 2023 under this fraudulent 1999 military decree. And then we say, what is the way forward? Only political parties contest election in Nigeria. We all know that. And they're doing this for their pocket. That's why you see the likes of Hope Uzodimba and what is the other one that looked like he was dried in the oven?
Which one? Many of them are looking like that. They eat so much money and they still look very
my guy, he took a picture with his son that graduated. I said, hey, whoa. After all the millions you've taken, you're still looking like dry crayfish. What is going on? Eh? Jump into the swimming pool and get hydrated for it. So they must therefore be compelled to close shop, even if temporary, so that we can repair this situation by dealing with it democratically through dialogues and negotiations. So it's a no-brainer. These people know what to do. We just want people to get it. Again, we keep saying on this platform, go online and see how people got their freedom. I remember if you look at the Russian revolution where they kicked out their king, the last king that they had, my dear, it was overnight. So he was busy doing king and giving birth to the only son. It was it was over with. By the time he knew it, the poor king and his family, they were gathered and taken somewhere. They shot all of them, took them to the backyard and shot all of them. So people, there's so many ways. These people that are doing this, they are not that many.
No.
The thing is that a whole lot of us are lacking sense on how to get to the destination. And we're here telling you the information is already out there on how to say, hey, us goes here, enough is enough. Don't do anymore. You no go do for me anymore. But as long as we are busy waiting for food, asking, we're doing praying and fasting, thinking it's our brothers and sisters that are the problem, whereas Nigeria is the problem for everybody. Nigeria is the problem that affects marriage, is the problem that affects our children that are supposed to be in college, they're busy stealing cell phone. Nigeria is the problem why you go on the road to visit your loved one and then you die on the road. Nigeria is the problem why you sit on the road for 1 week before you can go from Lagos to East. Nigeria is the reason why you cannot get visa to go anywhere. Everywhere you go, they treat you like a criminal. Nigeria is the reason why when you get to Libya, the first thing they see is a slave. Nigeria is the reason why anywhere that you go in this world, when you mention you're Nigerian, everybody will back off. Have you guys ever asked how come all the other Africans don't mingle with Nigerians? Every one of them have been told to stay away because for them to stay in that nation that was not meant to be, they must be possessed. That's why you will see them, their brand, hanging from Congo, from Burkina Faso. When they see you say Nigeria, they may disappear in art. They will disappear on you because you're not supposed to exist.
Yes.
And it's time that we change this narrative. Go ahead, sister.
And we are telling our people that this thing is within your hands to do. Because these politicians, like my sister said, they are not living in space. They are not in mass. They are your brothers. They are your sisters. They are your uncles. They are your fathers. They are your husbands. You live with them. They are your boyfriends, grandpapa, sugar
daddy.
Mm-hmm. Before they'll go and stab them to death inside house, and they'll start complaining and calling everyone, oh, they have killed me. We are saying these people are the people you are with. You can stop them. Okay, ask them. Those of you that are close to, for instance, Abaribe. Abaribe is your uncle. He's representing you in Aba. That Aba that he's representing, is that how a place should be? Is that how a place should be? Call him, say, uncle, have you ever heard of Ninas? Ask him. Of course, I know he will lie because they're all liars. He will lie. Then use the opportunity. Open the website for him. It's okay if you have not heard, uncle. Let me show you. This is this. What do you think this is all about? And why are you not supporting this? Ask him. Ask your pastor. Ask your reverend. Ask your bishop. Ask them. When you get to church, ask them, say, this thing, have you heard of this thing that will free the people? If you have heard, what have you done about it? My people, ask them direct questions. Stop all this something that you're doing, because they are collecting money on your behalf. They are selling you. All of them. They are partners in this crime. The pastors, the priests, the politicians, they are all bedfellows. They are together and they share the money that is meant for your hospitals, schools, jobs, infrastructure, roads, electricity, everything that will make you a human being. They collect the money and share among themselves.
She said, I want to defend Abaribe. He's not a legislator. You know, he's just there. He's in the, he even confessed on air.
No, he said he's not
part of this, you know, he just found himself here to be collecting monthly salary. He doesn't know what they are doing. So
for almost 18 years, he's been in government. For almost 18 years, he's been in government. And it keeps coming out as if he is speaking for the people.
No.
Abaribe is not speaking for the people.
He's not. He's playing games.
He's playing games. He recently wore these dot t-shirts about dot nation and all.
He's just cashing in on me.
It's just, it's messing with your brains, for crying out loud.
Well,
you don't give a crap about
give him credit. At least he's using some of the money to buy hydrating cream. He doesn't look dry. So
how will he look dry when the money that he's supposed to use to build Aba? It's the money that is supposed to allocation that is meant to use to develop Aba, to clean Aba, to make Aba to be clean, at least to clear dustbin in Aba. He's using it for his hydration. How will he look dry?
Yeah, my dear. At least he's better than the
He's not better than anything. Don't give him any credit.
He's using it for some cream. This other one is scary.
So he's
you and your wife are looking like you were dried in the oven.
Madam,
just into the swimming pool and get some hydration.
Whether they're looking, you know that some people that when you give them one plate of food, they will be look fresh. There are some that will need 20 plates before they look fresh, but they're all criminals. Some that you need to rub a small cream, like the small cream, it will do the work fast. There are some that you need to get the company of the cream for hydration before they will be okay. So maybe Abaribe own small cream is working, These other ones, they need more cream and they didn't know the one. They may meet Abaribe to ask him, Oga, which hydration cream are you using? We need some.
They must have sworn to some kind of secrecy. They must have joined some kind of cult.
Why would you join? When you tie scarf and go to Sokoto, you can't see that all of them have to go to Sokoto and tie scarf.
Mm-hmm. There's this story I heard about them pounding newborn baby to eat, and to gain more power and popularity and all that, and all what's not. Because I cannot, in the life of me, see someone that you're supposed to represent your constituent, and Aba looks like a dungeon. Aba looks worse than a dungeon. Aba is so dirty. Like, suddenly, Aba looks like, very, very, very dirty.
And you know what? You can't hold him to ransom. Because there's immunity covering him. Look at Ekweremadu. How many years has he represented these people? Go and check where he came from. We are telling you people that the only thing giving them the audacity to do what they're doing to you, because it's rape, is the 1999 Constitution. Is that Nigeria that is still standing? Because the owners of Nigeria is, that project Nigeria is not meant for you. Nigeria is not meant for you. Why are you supporting it? Why are you supporting a project that is not meant for you? A project that was meant just to make sure you do not become a human being. Why are you supporting it? Why?
Why? I like this post. He said we either continue to sacrifice our people to save Nigeria, or we sacrifice Nigeria to save our people.
Finish.
No brainer. This says it all. You will either sit there and be pretending, praying, dancing, fasting, doing whatever that you think you're doing. At the end of the day, you will become a victim of Nigeria. You will never mount up to anything. You will be struggling. You'll be waiting for a bag of rice every 4 years and a bag of or bottle of engine oil to combine with the rice every year. You'll be waiting. When you are capable, that is the sad thing. where you are capable of doing way, way, way more better than the people giving you these things, but you chose not to react. And we're saying this is the time has come, right? Because every day in Konyosi, one day in Konyo where the distance, this is our time now. The time has come for us to just understand what is being done, key into the program and share this information. And I'm telling you, it wouldn't even be that hard. These animals are waiting for us to react. Because who wants to die when they have all these $1 million houses in our neighborhood all locked up? They want to be able to live there. It's all decorated. Their swimming pool is running nonstop. Their pool man is outside cleaning. They don't want to die. Any barakatan, they will go. So it's not even that difficult, my
It's
people.
not difficult, oh, and there are few. They are just like 1,500. There are not many.
Their
Just
children are
a
already
little
here.
scared. A
Yes.
little scared, they will run away. You people can do this thing. But what we're saying that you need to understand what you need to do first. You need to understand so you don't fall into their trap and go and do something that you're not supposed to do. You need to understand what it is that you need to do. Nigeria project is not for you. We are telling you that. And the way to bring it out is make sure they don't go into that election, because that election renews the constitution. And the Fulanis know it. That's why anytime they talk, Buhari is talking, say he's in the constitution. Fulanis, any cow.
And as long as it is one Nigeria.
Yes, we say so far is one Nigeria. So far is in the constitution. You see, so what do? Throw away the constitution, throw away the one Nigeria. And we said the job has been done for you. Mobilization is where we are now. Calling people, everyone, to know what it is that has been done and your part in this assignment. Tell the politicians to close shop. You see, once you make them not to go, because that election is the only thing that keeps them alive. If you stop them from not going into that election,
It's the oxygen, yes.
they will listen to you. Anything you're saying, it will make sense. If they see that you are frustrating their effort, there are many ways to kill a rat. There's so many things to persuade. There are many ways to persuade somebody. We need you to use your brain. Don't just go and hang yourself on them and they kill you with their security. That's not what we're saying. Frustrate every move towards 2023. Frustrate it. Frustrate it together, collectively. We will collectively frustrate it because we are the ones that they will use. They will give us rice.
Oh, sister, if you reject their rice and their olive oil or their diesel oil, it's over. They will know nobody is interested. Just the mere rejection of your $1,000 and your bag of rice, it's over for them.
$1,000. I mean 1,000.
I mean 1,000.
When they bring it to your neighborhood, and we say this thing, you can fight it in your neighborhood. Don't go to Abuja.
Exactly.
When they come, the campaign in your neighborhood, tell them, Augusta, can you turn back and move? You can't campaign. You can't campaign here. We say that there's a dispute on this land. The land belongs to us, and the Fulanis are about to take it. And we're saying we don't want to do Fulani election anymore. We don't want to be part of it. You cannot even do it. Not boycott. Remember, we're telling you it's not boycott. We are saying we are not allowing Fulanis, INEC, to conduct anything again, except we resolve the issue of our sovereignty. Our land that are stealing, we need to resolve it. There's a big issue on ground. We need to resolve it before we start politicking. We will start politicking again, but we need to resolve this issue. Who is taking my land? Why do you want my land? You're taking my waterways. Who is keeping me in abject poverty? What power do you have over me? I need to understand it. All the doctors, you are living abroad. Ask yourself, your colleagues that you're practicing with, are they not living in their country practicing? They schooled in US, practicing in US. But you school in Nigeria, you're practicing in US, you're practicing in London, you're practicing everywhere. Is that how they do things? All of you are running away. What is chasing you from your land? A land that God blessed, that is full of resources, full of so many things. Why are you running away from it? Somebody is chasing you.
Absolutely. And we want to thank our brothers, our Yoruba brothers and sisters that are doing the work that is needed for this project to come to fruition. So we thank you. They are every weekend doing one thing or the other, sensitizing their people, sending information. Their youth are screaming, no election in our land. doing things the right way, while our people are busy hiding in the bush and in the forest. And some of them are even hiding in their baby sugar mommy. How do you say it again? Daddy sugar something. They are hiding in there until they get stabbed, killed. Somebody said, warning, repeat. One sugar daddy is down. Everybody run. I repeat, one sugar daddy is down. Run. Please run. That's why you will see them. They are busy molesting our children, and we're saying it's enough. Even those people that are doing this thing, at the end of the day, if our land is a place where that is conducive for you to keep your children instead of hiding them here in America, then you know you have done well. What legacy are you guys leaving, by the way? Where at the end of the day, Azikiwa, they are done. Awolowo, they are done. What legacy do you leave where that if you're no longer here, somebody will say, oh, when I remember this person's name, this is what I think about. Have we left any legacy for our children? Have we left any inheritance for our children? No, we have not. We're busy all over the world using our children, our talents. I was amazed by the academic excellence that our children, achieved here in America this past summer, school year. They're all doing well. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, this is like the human resources that we are talking about that is being used for other people while our people perish. Is that the kind of life we want to live? Is that what we want to do? Especially when we are capable people, especially I can see if we are done, we are not making it. I will say, oh, let's hide here and begin to enjoy whatever they are giving us. But we're here contributing to the economy. We're here paying taxes. We're here doing all these things. Why can we not duplicate the same in our land? Because we're not doing what we're supposed to do to get these criminals and our partners in crime out of the way so that we can take hold of our land and do what needs to be done. Merit-based only, remember?
Merit-based, yeah. Merit-based.
Also, you scream. Also, you go and hide in the forest and be running around like you're a monkey. You're not going to, you can't do anything without a certificate. You can't do anything without qualification. Also, they say, oh, I've been in freedom fighting for 50 years. If you are not qualified, you belong in the bush. Stay there. That's where you are. So we're telling you that this is the time for you to begin to get your talent, because Americans don't hire bushman to come and work in the White House. That's not how it works. Bushman, you kill meat and you sell in the market. That's what you can do. Huh? And if you can,
in America, you would even have certificates to become a bushman. You have to go to some kind of college of bushman. It's true. A bushman, because everything is you have to be certified to do certain things. I remember when I came newly, my stylist then, the son became a barber. The way she jumped up, that the son had passed barber school. So Baba, you go to school for barbering? He said, yes. It was a 2-year program. 2-year to cut hair, 2-year program. I was shocked.
Even to wash plates, you have to be certified.
You have to be certified, yeah. To wash, okay. A friend that I know opened this kind of bar. They had to have license. Only got the girl that would work for her also have to have license, like a tech license to open a bar. And I'm like, what?
We have a call. We have a call. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Moses Chukwumereze. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Welcome, Moses. Please go ahead.
Yeah. And you said that it was not clear that I should call.
Go ahead. What did I say? Hello?
I think he said he's one that wrote something, and we said he should call that it wasn't clear what he was trying to
okay.
So, but the network will not allow him to contribute.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Go ahead and clear. Okay, go ahead and clarify.
Yes. Yes. Okay. What I said in that message was that I watched Tony's video saying that they have to persuade our reps to buy into the Nina's idea, which I am also so much in support. Well, like none of us.
You can't even make it.
If Nina's also make maybe the day that, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Hopefully we can go go ahead, brother.
So what I'm saying, yes, what I'm saying is that I wish if leaders could kind of make the particular day that make is known to the people, so that we can also either through media, show our support to leaders, and also maybe any kind of events we can do to demonstrate in support of what leaders are doing. So that the people will also know it's not just a few people who understand Nigerian problem are coming to them to advise them what they are doing, but those people are also in line with them. So that will be to make it more captivating. I just feel that will do a very good work to.
My brother, it's ongoing.
That was
Okay, it's ongoing. It's not one day affair. It's every day, every minute we are meeting with them privately and in public. We're having a lot of Zoom meetings. There's another one coming. Okay, Volley Media is also trying to organize a conference. Njenje Media organizes a conference. There are people that are understanding what Ninas is doing, and they're having a lot of conferences going on. And you see them call in. So, but the problem is that they keep slipping away. They are very conniving. They are very deceptive. As they open their mind, like somebody like, what's this politician that in Igbo land? What's that man's name? That Igbo man that he wants to be president.
Yeah.
Yes, someone like Moralo. He's been briefed. He knows everything. But what will he do? He said, okay, vote me in. Let me become president and I'll change the constitution. We have had that lie for 50 years. Bring another lie. As you call yourself a professor, why are you more bent in deceiving the people? What is the problem with you people? Why are you so selfish? We say we want to do something collectively. Say, no, we should give you a mandate so that you... Who told you that Fulanis will allow you to come in to become president of Nigeria? Who lied to you? And even as president of Nigeria, did you not see Obasanjo? He was president. Did he do anything for us? Did you not see Good Luck? He wasn't not president. What did he do? The Fulanis will not allow you because they are the owners of Nigeria. The owners of Nigeria will not allow you to do anything for Nigerians. And we, the indigenous peoples of Nigeria, are saying we want to do it by ourselves because we are the owners. Stop representing us. We want to do it now. We want to go to referendum. We will go to referendum. Some people will say, okay, when you bring out the constitution, what will happen to the nation? That's what we call transitional governments. Transition will be in place. And mind you, what made up the Nigeria, like the Federation of Nigeria, each block, in each block, we still have our governors and representatives working in those areas. So there won't be anarchy. They will be there.
Working for the people.
Working for the people. Why the national? We are saying at the national level, when you suspend the constitution, it will be suspended. The people in this region, because when we came up together, we had 5 constitutions. Each region had their own constitution. So we are not bush people. These areas, they have what they will use to govern them. They will continue to do their job at those levels. But at the national level, where we are suspending the constitution, transitional government will go in place, like in South Africa. It has been done before and severally. So we are not the first to do this. Why that is going on, they will plan for regional referendums for people that want to exit the union. That is what they're doing in UK also. When you hear Britain exiting the union, what do you think they're doing?
Brexit and all that.
Brexit and all that. It's the same thing. Our own is not different, which is why we say you don't need to die for what is your right. Somebody stole your thing and you're taking it back. Do you need to die for that?
Wow.
People say Biafra or dead. Stop saying such nonsense. You will be alive and we'll get the nation because it is our right. You don't need to die for that. Stop dying for us. Jesus has died. Keep your own life. I beg you.
And then, my brother, if you want to gather some people for us to have one-on-one conversation, like we said, we are always available for that. And then we also want to encourage you guys, if you're doing things, gather some people and let them know what is being done. Not to come and collect money and be a lord over them and terrorize them and try to bury them alive. We're talking about giving them information to say, hey, this is the way to our freedom. Understand what we're doing so that you'll be able to close shop, help these animals, call politicians to close shop at your appropriate neighborhood, at your neck of the woods. So that's what it would take. So I think we are thinking too much about this because it's not costing money, it's not costing life. And people are thinking, oh my God, like how can it be that easy? My brother, is that easy? The work has been done. It's really that easy. It's literally what it is. Our people, everybody is an indigenous person. You don't need to gather anyone. You don't have to have units. We're not saying that you cannot get your brothers and sisters and educate them. That's not what we're saying. But in terms of being there so that you'll be able to, you can be a champion. You can be a champion of the group because you understand the protocol or what we are trying to do and you can explain it. But we don't want it to be the one where somebody will be a lord over someone and this. No, 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 no. Because it's all about personal freedom and we are all stakeholders in all of this and we want to do it that way. So that when you get this freedom, you can boast about it that this is what you did. This is what the part that you played. So it's not complicated, my brother. It's all about closing shop, time band, transitional government, then regional referendum, exit or stay with the union, and your true self-determination. Just that 3%. Bang, 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 and you're at your point.
You know, they are surprised that, you know, the thing is just surfacing now. But let me remind you all that this process has been ongoing for 21 years. So maybe a lot of them are shocked. How can you? No. It's been like in the background for covertly for a while. So now we are out, it's out in the open. And the part that is out in the open is where you come in, where everybody comes in and do their own part. So now that it's in the open, start doing your part. And now I have a message for Professor Mohalo. You're a prof. I don't know. Sometimes I think we need to throw these titles in the trash because I don't know how you are a prof. You understand what is going on. You know the nitty-gritty of what Ninas is doing. You know that the Constitution is the core source of our damnation, of our problem. You know that thing was skewed for the Northerners, and you are still thinking that when you become president in 2023, that you are going to change stuff. Hello, Obasanjo couldn't. Ordinary Sharia, Obasanjo couldn't quell it. So, and Jonathan became, that guy actually ran for his life. He got to an extent, he said, you know what, you guys, let me just go. So if they could, or if they did, how do you think you would do differently? So now tomorrow, you have been told you have this template. Start doing the needful. You can still be a president of the new nation, but you have to play parts if you want to be a president of the new nation. You have to play your own parts. And now let me remind you, this same INEC that is being manned by the Fulanese, they recently created 45,000 polling units in the north and created 10,000 polling units in the entire south. How do you mean those kind of people? Recently, this happened this week.
Your brothers can't do math. Don't let their degrees deceive you, my brother, sister. They don't know their left from their right.
So how do you think you would defeat people that created extra 45,000 polling booths in the north, and they are creating 10,000 in the entire south for us?
They're ready for our people.
They're ready for our people. And you think you're going to defeat them and become president of their country?
You know what?
He can, but you have to bow to them. He can be. They will throw him there just to cause confusion, and
they won't even give him. The situation now is dire. It's more terrible, so they won't even try. They would rather kill him off, and that's what we're telling our people. You see, as you approach 2023, these politicians that are not having ears, as we are getting close, they will start eliminating those of you that are in opposition. Hear it now. Hear it from this platform that we are telling you. The plan is already, they've already finished the plan. As you move closer to 2023, but we know we are not going to allow you. But we are telling you that soon they will start eliminating those of you that think you have hot heads. And that's why we're saying, come, let's finish up this thing. Imagine, like Sister Augusta said, they have opened extra 40-something thousand. In a region in the north where you don't even have all you have there is desert.
No, what about the cows?
Oh, okay. Yeah, for cows to enter. Now, are you not seeing that the thing is already skewed? Are you not seeing it? That you cannot beat this way. And you know why it is that this people understand very well. It's because, they are used to building emirates and kingdoms and all that. So they have all this conspiracy and whatever. When you watch some of these movies, how in ancient times they have expanded their kingdoms. So they're already used to warfare, strategies, conspiracies to expand kingdoms, and they know all this mago. But the Igbos, for instance, we are not into enlarging kingdoms. We are into being like your family, taking care of your family, like a civil person. We are not killing our neighbor is not killing us. We just want to do business and be happy. So these things are new to us. So that's why each time they play this goal, they keep shifting the goalpost. And we are saying, 2014, Ninas warned you, do not go into election with these people. You went. They shifted the goalpost. 2015, they gave it to Buhari. 2018 again, Ninas warned you, said, do not go into this election. You went again. They shifted the goalpost. They gave it to Buhari in 2019. 2023 is coming again. They have already started. They have started the plan. You are still sleeping in your diaper. They are shifting goalposts. By the time you get there, they will shift the goalpost again. And you know what? Each time you do not listen to Ninas, what do you pay? You pay in blood. 2015, immediately Buhari entered, blood started flowing. I don't know why people forget.
And he told them, blood of monkeys.
And he told you, your blood will flow. He said your blood will flow. And then, one thing about Buhari is that he doesn't lie you. He tells our people the truth. And as he's speaking his teeth and laughing, he'll be telling you, Malam, he's speaking his teeth, he'll be laughing. He said, you ask a question, you pick his teeth. And you throw his head down and laugh. Because he said, you Mungus, you are very stupid.
Very, very stupid.
You have finished planned. So each time you do not listen to this warning of no, do not go into election with people that have already skewed the thing, you pay in blood. Each time, think back now, you pay in blood. So if you do not listen to us again, you know what? I'll still be here. I'll be happy. I'll be alive, but you will die. Because each time the death increases, because they want to take your land. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, they are coming. It's just like now that in a haste, because of all these things we are doing, they are saying that it's like we are waking up. So they are moving faster. But it will not make them to stop. The only thing that will make them to stop is for you to dissolve Nigeria, remove that 1999 constitution and say, you know what? Let's renegotiate this thing. That's the only way. Let's renegotiate this thing. You're not going to play this ball anymore and kill my people like that. And the people that are stopping you now are your so-called politicians. The politicians in the south, in the south and middle belt. You are the ones selling us out. And we are telling our people, you need to stop them. Persuade them. If you want to cook pepper soup for them, to persuade them. They're your boyfriends. Give them pepper soup. Whatever you need to do to them, let that do to them. But tell them, clear from road. We want to go home. Thank you.
It is so sad. Maybe we need to explain this even further. This is a case of bad marriage. If you stay in that marriage, the man will box you so much from nose to your ears to your neck. The only way you can get away from the marriage is to take your stuff and do what? And leave. Or if you're not there, how is he going to beat you up anymore then? How is he going to abuse you if you're no longer there? That's all this thing is all about. These people they're beating us up. 1 blow 7 apples. We are full of apples everywhere, and we're saying we're not for. We just don't want these apples. And kind of make that our children are being affected while we're being boxed down like a boxing ring. So if you leave, this person will no longer have access to you to beat you up, and that's why they keep telling us on their platforms. As long as there is one Nigeria, they will continue to own the oil in Jigawa. What is that place? Bayelsa. We belong to Jigawa. They will continue to do things that they do because it's based on their constitution that you and you and you and you have accepted, when we are saying that the constituents never made any constitution. Any constitution that did not come from the constituents is fraud. What do you do with fraud? You put it away, you trash it, you burn it. It does not work. Nobody accepts fraud anyway. That's why Nigerians are considered fraudulent everywhere you go. because your country is fraud, your constitution is fraud, your leaders are fraudulent, everything about you is fraud. So you can't get mad. I heard one man of God saying, I can't even go anywhere without being embarrassed, as a Nigerian. Yeah, because you live in a country that is made of fraud, that consists of fraud. Everything about it is fraud. So why are you not fraud? Why can't you be called fraud? If you want to end it, Nina has a strategy. If you want to walk into an airport and be proud of who you are as a black man, black woman, get away from that country called Nigeria. It's not meant to exist. It's an abomination. It's an abomination to any human anywhere. And people are looking at us as what group of mad people continue to exist in this. And a lot of people will say, oh, I'm from Nigeria. No, I'm from the great Igbo nation. My patients, they have learned so much about great Igbo nation, it's not even funny. Whether you come from the bush somewhere in Texas or wherever, where are you from? I am from the great Igbo nation. That is what I'm promoting. Nigeria does not exist because I don't want them to look down on me. I don't want to be looked down on as somebody from that fraudulent country called Nigeria. And if I don't want to see Igbo nation, I say I even go for Cameroon. It's even better than that place called Nigeria. I will never identify myself as Nigerian. If you guys are mad enough to continue to play one Nigeria, playing while the lives of our children are being lost, while the future of our children are being lost, then you all have yourself to blame. And for those politicians that are gaining from our sufferings, those Abaribes, the like of Abaribes and whoever they call themselves, and then they will have the audacity to wear a dot nation t-shirt just to confuse those that are being confused. Where are you when our young ones are being murdered in our own land? You can't even create simple job for them to do. What are we doing? Common contract, you guys will get, you employ Chinese people to do the job. You guys have done the unthinkable, unforgivable things that we can't even begin to elaborate on this show. All we are saying to our people is that, please, the power belongs to you. You are in charge of your destiny, not some random politician. We need a government, but we need good government. We do not need government that are killing their people, government that are not providing anything for us. If you ask the one that looks like the monkey and baboon, what Buhari is talking about in Imo State, Umuahia, he said, what have you done for your governorship? He said, oh, look at this light. I have lights, pole of lights everywhere with no light. They have poles everywhere.
Sister Mata, please, I want to read what one Francis Wood said. He said that polling stations following quota system policies. Because remember, we just talked about the 45,000 police stations that they built or that they brought up in the northern region and gave just the entire south 10,000 new polling stations. So he's saying that, his name is Francis Wood, but he's saying that the police station, they follow quota system policies. And that Uba is woman of Anambra election, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Mr. Francis Wood, that is what we're saying. That constitution made it so possible that they would have more polling stations in the north versus the one in the south. And for them to create extra 45,000 police stations. And I've lived in the north before. You understand? If you go and live in the north, let's assume your house is here. You have to travel maybe 10, 20, 50 miles before you see the next house. Before you see another house, before you see another house, before you see until you go around the entire place. That is how scanty the north is. Unlike the south, where in Lagos, one face me and face you house, 200 people are living in that face me and face you house. You understand? And what I'm trying to say is that the population is much more than the one in the north. And you're saying that it's quota system. Yes, that constitution is giving them that quota system nonsense. And we're saying we are done with it. We're done with it. You understand?
Augusta,
go ahead.
What they don't understand is that we told them they could go Kokwa. That means they have divided this in the local government, they created more states in the north where there are less human beings. Created more local governments in the north when there are less human beings. So anything they do, they will follow that formula. Yes, you are recognizing it that they're following the formula. But what we want to, we daughters of truth, what we're telling you to do now is think one moment. Say, we have less people in the north. Why are you creating more polling booths? And why are you creating more local governments? And using that formula to share resources and share the things and share everything that you want to share. Which is why we're telling you that the current system in Nigeria is already fraudulent. We can't do anything with it. The only thing we can do, if you want to help us as a politician, is to make sure that this system is dismantled. We go back to the foundation. We say our foundation is wrong. The Bible says if your foundation is wrong, what can the righteous do? You can do nothing, because your problem is coming from the foundation. My sister tried to explain it to you. In marriage, if you marry wrongly, if your marriage is wrong, if your marriage is one that should not even be, you have no business being in that marriage. You continuing to paint it and cooking your back for the man. You know where you will end? Inside coffin. Ibozu. You will die inside the Ibozu. You'll be buried and your children will say, hey, well, our mother was a great cook. Then if you could keep yourself alive for your children will not just say, our mother was a great cook. You still be awake, alive, cooking for your children and even your grandchildren. Self-determination, self-preservation is the first human instinct. We are going into extinction. Ndibo, our people, our enemy is living with us and killing us and destroying us. And there's a way out. There is a way of salvation. But those of you that want to make one more gain, you will understand what we're saying, that we said, you can't make one more gain on our behalf. You will die trying to do it. I won't kill you. It's not me, but I'm making you a promise, because our people have woken up.
Absolutely, my sister. They don't have any choice. There's a brother here asking what is Great Igbo Nation and not Biafra again. Wow. Are we for my people?
How many times are we going to explain this?
I'm
We
from
said
Great Igbo Nation.
there is something.
Go and run yourself. Go ahead, sister.
There's something called 2007 United Nations Declaration on the Rights of the Indigenous Peoples. Please Google it. It is a protocol, is a formula that has been put in place for those that need freedom and self-determination. They say you must be on your ancestral land. And we, Igbos, our ancestral land is called Igbo land, not Biafra land. There's bite of Biafra somewhere close to river that ran to so many other places. Very complicated thing. The time, 1967, that our people used the word Biafra, it was a child of necessity. It's like somebody is trying to kill you and you saw a vehicle going up, and they wrote it a Biafra vehicle. And you say, please, 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 pick me, pick me. They're trying to kill me. And you enter that vehicle and they took you to safety. Does that change your name from Eze to Biafra? That a vehicle carried you to safety. Does that change your identity? You are Igbo. That is who you are. Then your brothers are Ijo, Urobo, Efik. All the things that they are indigenous to their lands. And we're saying we are working together in collaboration and in alliance to get our freedom. We say that if you start imposing Biafra on them, they will not go with you. Midwest will not agree. South will not listen to you, because they will think you want to use the formula of Nigeria to steal their resources again. And we are telling you, Ndibo, please own up who you are. Claim your identity. Leave another man's identity, for crying out loud. Stop dying for something that does not make sense. No diplomat will listen to you. They will only use you to make news. That's the end. They start their newspaper and share, like, click. You know, online now we have a lot of like. Even our brothers in Oduduwa Nation, there are some media people in our Oduduwa Nation. Yeah, sisters, we will mention it. People like Dele Momodu and what's that other man?
Mayegu.
These people want subscription, because we have discussed this thing with some of our partners in Ninas in Yoruba land. And they said, why are these people still doing this thing to our people? He said that
They
business.
don't have a job now. They have
They
to
don't have job. They are hungry
they have
people.
a job like you and me.
Exactly. So they need your subscription. So what that will make Ndibo to subscribe? All the mad people on online to subscribe, and they're having 2 million followers, 30 million followers.
Is when they mention Biafra, I know.
It's bringing money to them. So they're only carrying it, not because they're working with you with any plan to get you free. They're just using it to make money. And the more you're clicking the like, you're helping their business. That's what that is all about.
Mm-hmm.
They were telling you that no matter the amount of you giving yourself up for someone that is making money, it will not make the world to change their formula. The formula is on the table. This is what you must do. And we are following that formula, and we are getting results. And by the grace of God, soon, very soon, we will have what we are looking for. But the problem
Amen.
is, will you be alive to witness it?
Amen. No.
Will you be alive? Or you would have followed one fake group and then you will die for it. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. So the phone number again is +17743380942. Again, this is a good time to come in. So my brother, I hope we addressed your question about me being from the great Igbo nation. That's where I'm from. And it is what it is, you know. So if you are from somewhere else called something else, that's on you. I am from Great Igbo Nation, and we will be rounding up because we're not getting any more phone calls. Like I said, what we are doing moving on is questions and answering, because obviously a lot of people are still lacking information that are being shared all over the place, either because they are, how do I say it, either because they are not interested or because they are not truthful.
They have a particular mindset, and
They have a particular mindset. They used to Appian way. So they are not understanding when we say this way is straight. They're like, no, we are used to going.
We are used to.
So we want to thank you guys again for joining us. Please share this information. If you want to gather your clansmen, your meeting, hometown meeting, whoever that you want to gather, call us, our sisters, all of us. All we are here. We are here. We have other people working behind the scenes. We are all here to give you that information that is needed so that you can stand. It's just like knowing that who you are, right? It's like the first time you know that you are the child of the Most High God. There's a way that you feel, you feel, even when you're living under the bridge, you have this sense of belonging. So we want to begin to share that. Oh, okay. One more call. Sister, we are about to end it. So try to make it snappy. Because we've been waiting for calls and now we're about to go on your calling. All right. So okay, sister, go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from.
Oh, okay. Thank you so very much. Sorry, I just called late, but I just wanted to chip in on what my sister Ekwe just said. Just to add to what she said, Biafra is a borrowed language. It's a borrowed tongue. We are not Biafrans. And Sister Ekwe just, narrated it so very well that I was like, whoa, that just explained everything. When something is pursuing you and you just saw a taxi or a means of escape, all you did would be
jump in,
to jump in, hop in, and escape. But that doesn't mean that wherever that thing took you is your final destination. You just wanted to it's a means of escape, and that the destination doesn't change your identity, or rather the means to your destination has not changed your identity. You're still who you are. You're still an Igbo. Okay, so Biafra, which first off is not an Igbo tongue, not an Igbo language, not any language in that so-called contraption anyway. It's a borrowed term, a borrowed language that you can't even explain what it is. and it's just something, a new term to us. So why in the name of our creator would you just adopt something foreign and make it to as your identity? To be honest to you, in my own humble opinion, I think that name has not done us any good. Rather, it has been creating a whole lot of
divide
on our people. Because you adopted, it's like a slave. You adopted just a name given to you. What does that name mean? You don't know. And you don't care to know. Simply because you were told. Yeah, our dear brother Ojukwu, yes, he did what he did. But again, that doesn't mean that you are not who you are. You are an Igbo, you are an Ejo, or whoever, your ethnicity is. You're still who you are. So let's just drop this mentality or sentiment about Biafra. What is that? Until we drop it, in my own humble opinion, because some Igbo women movement or worldwide movement, they are coming out talking, which is good that women are coming out and talking, but to not look into the issues that matters will still not do us any good. That name Biafra has not done us any good, and we need to drop it and drop it now to start our healing and cleansing and sanctifying of our nation, our ethnic nation. So that's just what I wanted to chip in, and I thank you, ladies, my dear sisters, for what you guys are doing. Please may God bless you guys and continue to bless you guys and continue to have you guys come on air representing us. We are mothers, we are women, and we go nowhere.
God bless you. Thank you. That was succinctly put. Thank you so much, my dear. I like how she said that. I mean, I mean, who's what kind of name is that anyway?
Anyway. Recently, the Ekperima came up with this small video where he said that the Igbo word is a cursed word. Yeah. And that people should not bear Igbo, that Igbos are useless, Igbos are cursed, Igbos are blah, blah,
blah. Useless to you from the great.
Maybe that's why some people are feeling whatever. But how do you listen to a lunatic, a psych patient? I'm sure there's no psych doctor that would treat that guy. The guy has all the kinds of diseases, from schizophrenia to bipolar to whatever. The guy is a lunatic. So if we came up and told you that Igbo is a cursed nation, or Igbo is a cursed word, or Igbo are cursed, tell him no, it's him and his family that are cursed. So we are indigenous to our land, and we are Igbos in our own Igbo nation.
That's why he does what, Sister Augusta. Whenever he sees something, he sees that the Igbo nation is picking up.
He's picking up.
You have to come in and you have his own stone.
Yes.
Anyone that comes against my great Igbo nation.
Yes.
That's simple.
That's simple. So momentum is being gained with this nation, these ethnic nationalities. People are beginning to see it from the prism of ethnicity, like, hey, this is where I come from. This is who I am. The Jaws are even announcing their own Ijaw nation. The Sokos, the Robos, the Efe, Kanang, they are all coming up with their own different nations. So they are no longer seeing Biafra as because initially he wanted to put everybody, choke everybody. If you wear double wrapper, you're Biafran. And they all resisted. They didn't want that. But now that we are talking about ethnic nationalities, which is the UNDRIP, the 2007 UNDRIP template, that is where everything is gotten from. So from those that are thinking that probably we are just making a show, no. We are following protocol, due protocols that other nations followed to get their freedom. So him sitting down and telling you that Igbos are cursed, tell him it's him and his family that are actually cursed, because he's the one that is bringing.
We don't even need to address a psych patient. All I'm saying is I'm from Great Igbo Nation. Let's have a final statement so we can end the show, because these people here, they don't know where we're going, but whether they are inside the train, the moving train or not.
Yeah.
Sisters, just to add something before the final statement. That Namchi guy has been doing the same thing. Remember when we ran campaign for our people to stop eating Fulanese meat and just to sabotage the economic this thing of the Fulanese? he destroyed it.
Yep.
We try to make our people to farm because we said that food is very critical in any struggle or anything like that. We like to get our women, build website, get the network so that women can do into this business and
Communicating with each other.
Yes, everything we did, he ruined it. We tried to get into banking to make opportunity for our people to get small loans to do skills, to jobs, because we know that our people are hungry and starving and there's poverty everywhere. We wanted them to be able to secure small loans and get grants for them from US. He ruined it. So you see, I can't even mention it. Is so much we have tried to do for our people, just so that they will get comfortable as we work on their freedom and self-determination. Because the Nnamdi guy is not for Ndibo. And it's true. It will be a cost to him. It will continue to be a cost to him because he sold our people, killed our people, the innocent people that he killed. The blood of the Igbos that he keeps shedding will be against him and the generation to the 4th generation. So Igbo will remain a cost to Nnamdi Kanu.
Amen.
But we, the Igbo, the real Igbos, is for you to know what we are telling you, that this guy is not for you. You should know. He is confessing it by himself. He's not for you. He wants you to die. He wants to bring enemies to your land and destroy your properties and destroy you. And the land of Igbo land is against him. He will not march on that step, on that land anymore. The land is against him because he has committed a lot of atrocities against our people. And those of you that are still following him, you better don't end like the 250 companies of Korah. Is in the Bible there? Land will swallow you.
How about Unto?
Thank you, sisters. Thank you, viewers. We appreciate you coming every day and sharing. We see your result as the more you share, the more you like. We see more people get to know what we're saying. And that's the job that you're doing. So we appreciate it. By next week, by the grace of God, we'll be here again, getting more information from you. We promise you, you'll be informed. We want you to take informed decision. You will be informed. Those are saying that some of the actions that want to be part of it. Yes, we advertise Zoom meetings, conferences, Volley Media, that's Voice of Liberty International, is new it's the voice I'll be speaking for LNC officially, and coming up with meetings and conferences. In Media from time to time carries what our brother is doing. There are so many interviews that our brother Tony Nadi has granted. They're on YouTube. We have done many also on YouTube. Get informed. You need to get informed, because the more informed you are, the easier it is for the message to penetrate. And the more the message penetrates, you will not fall casualty. But as for this self-determination, we will get it. We don't care what the Fulanis are doing or saying, because their time is up. We are not granting them what they want, because they wanted violence. We say, no, we're not going through that violence. We are wiser now. So we are doing this, and the world is supporting us. International communities are with us. They keep telling Buhari, keep your gun away. This matter is not for gun. Go and rework the legal backing, the legal basis of Nigeria. UN told him, EU told him, US told them. All of them are telling him, and we are telling our people that the die is cast, and we are enjoying the strip. Hop in so that we will finish this job. Thank you.
Absolutely. I wanted to thank our sister Otumba Shede Olukoyo for what she's doing. That lady is Agune Chemba. She is
live.
out there. She is feisty. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a daughter. Ozrukeme, she's Buruburu of that place called Nigeria. Sister, we thank you so much for your work, for your tenacity, for everything that you're doing in the background. We know that you are not sleeping, and we really, really appreciate you. As for me, I am done here. Sisters, any things before we go?
Yeah, I just want to thank our viewers for today. And of course, next week we would have more info. Stay focused. If you have ideas, if you have skills, we are looking for skilled volunteers, people that would volunteer to do certain things. We have one of our brothers, Brother Sydney. Oh, that guy is so close to my heart. He is doing so much. Oh, you just give him what to write and he will give you a picture of what you told him. Who does that?
He's a miracle worker.
Yeah, let's just give him a clap. He's doing so volunteering. No, he's not being paid for this. That's why we are not being paid for what we are doing. Is the passion. So we are.
I don't want to get paid because that's how
people get paid. How much can you
invite criminals to their platform so they can get more share, more like, and more? We don't want all of that.
No. The only payment we require right now is getting our nation.
Freedom.
That is the only payment, getting our nation. So if you have skills, any form of skills, contact any one of us. The phone numbers is we have the phone number here. We are also on YouTube. Please, we do this simultaneously, YouTube and Facebook all the time.
And Twitter.
Remind. Oh, and Twitter. Okay. Does Twitter do
yes, our live is also live on Twitter. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's all as Daughters of Truth. Yes.
Wow. So we are everywhere. So if you can't get us on Facebook, get us on Twitter or get us on Instagram and get us on YouTube, I think. So we're everywhere. Any information that you don't understand, you can write or text or whatever. We will always get back to you. So as I said earlier on, we want people with skills. Bring it on. Bring it on. If you can talk, if you can sing, if you can shout like I do, whatever you can, bring it on. We need all the skills put together so that we can get out. It is the time for the people. The mobilization is now, not later, is now. So bring in everything that you can. Let's get this thing once and for all so that we can have our self-determination.
One more thing, please. One more thing. We are doing a new thing on this earth. God is doing a new thing through us, you and I. Building systems. Freedom through the building of systems and building of people. Not burning down. Not destroying. No. So the more you come and volunteer, we give you your department. This is where you are. Oh yeah. Continue to build. We are building. We are restoring. We are moving. We are not destroying. We are here to build. We build people. We build systems. And our freedom is inside it as we do this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sisters, brothers. We'll see you guys next week. Can you guys believe that Facebook, I think they fell asleep and this thing went up to 67?
Yes, so they slept. I saw it. I'm like,
oh my God.
The person they kept on us is sleeping.
Yeah, I think he went to use the restroom for a while. So thank you. Very soon that person will be knocked out. That either way we are going home. Yeah. Thank you, our viewers, for joining us. We love you. We cannot thank you enough. We are all in this together. And by the grace of God, as long as we are moving target, that's what we'll get to our destination because we are moving.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.